This is the software, which may be installed on any computer or laptop. For the installation, there is one double-layer DVD and the product key. Once it is installed, the entire syllabus will be in the system. Internet is not required at all. For the 7th standard, 2 packages are there. One consists of math and science, and second is of social science and English, consists of history, geography, civics, English grammar and English writing skills. Once it is installed, this type of icon will be there on your computer screen. Just double-click the icon, and you will go to login page. While installing, you may create the ID as well as the password with your name. Simply click login. This software is available from 6th standard to 12th standard, but with one package, you will get the syllabus of only one standard. This is 7th standard, math. In your math book, 15 chapters are there. Same 15 chapters are here. Clicking on this folder, name of the chapters will be visible. Your first chapter is integers, second is fractions and decimals, third is data handling. Whatever chapter you want to see, click on that chapter, and the name of the lessons will be there. Here is the name of the chapter. In this chapter, 2 lessons are there, and first lesson is operations on integers. In each and every lesson, there is lesson, summary, examples, experiments and exercise. Clicking here, this lesson will start.
Welcome to the lesson on operations on integers. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to multiply 2 or more integers and divide an integer by another integer.
Hi, I'm Captain Jack. Welcome to my submarine, the Alexander. I have named it after Alexander the Great. You know why? Because Alexander was the first person known to have descended into the sea in a vessel. A group of people have come with me today. They need to survey the deep ocean floor for new cable lines that need to be laid by their fuel company. My charts tell me that I can expect obstructions in this part of the sea. But I'm not worried, as I have my trustworthy sonar at hand. We are currently at 4,000 meters below sea level. What's that? Looks like there is an undersea mountain up ahead. I need to rise by around 500 meters to avoid it. The sonar works as my submarine's underwater ears and eyes.
Captain Jack has moved the submarine upwards by 500 meters. Can you guess at what depth the submarine is? It's now at minus 3,500 meters below sea level. Remember, when a positive and a negative integer are added, the sign of the sum is always the sign of the bigger number of the two, without considering their sign. Also, measures below sea level are represented by negative numbers. So, this is how we arrive at the new level of the submarine.
This way, this lesson is going on. Every now and then it will say click to continue. You have to click here for going to the next slide. From here may go to the previous slide, and here is the content of this lesson. First was introduction 12 seconds, objective 11 seconds. This is the content of the lesson. After completion or in between, if you want to revise any particular slide, you may click that slide and it will play again. In case of class, when teacher is teaching, if student will not understand, he may hesitate to tell to the teacher to repeat. But here, whatever he want to repeat, he may repeat any number of times. Otherwise, clicking here, lesson will continue.
Undersea mountains and large fish like whales are a common occurrence. Oh look, the sonar is beeping again. It looks like we have a whale at hand.
This way this lesson is going on. Anytime you may pause, play, move forward from here, move backward from here. Clicking here, next slide will come. In between the lesson there will be questions. Some portion of the lesson will be covered. Based on that there will be a set of 4 questions. These questions will be like a game and different type of games will be there. This time the name of the game is security check. It says click on start. This is the question. 4 options are there. You will choose the right option and click submit. If the answer is right, it will turn into green and will say well done. Then barrier will open and car will go inside. Then next question will come. If the answer is wrong, barrier will not open. This way 4 questions will be there. After 4 questions lesson will continue.
The sonar hasn't beeped for a while now, so that's been a relief. But do you know where we are now? We are currently moving over the Mariana Trench in the North Pacific Ocean.
This way, this is the lesson.
Did you know that
Lesson, again questions. This time it is like match the followings. You have to match it like this. Match the key with the lock. Same way, match all the keys with the lock. After that click submit and then lesson will continue.
the survey for laying the cable lines is progressing really well?
Lesson, again questions.
Well,
Lesson.
Congratulations! You have successfully
Now this lesson is completed. Once the lesson is completed, there will be summary. Summary means the main theme of that particular lesson in the written format. By going through summary, you will get the revision of the lesson, or we may say ready-made notes are available based on the lesson. Then will be examples. These are the solved examples.
find the product of the given integers. Let's start by counting the number of negative integers. We have 5 negative integers, which is an odd number. So the final product will be a negative integer.
It will be solved here
Into
step by
one.
step. This is example number 1. Then will be 2,
A ship is
3,
simplified.
4.
And-
4 examples are there. Then there is an experiment. This is the math lesson. So in place of experiment there will be an activity. In case of science all the experiments will be there. We will see this activity.
Welcome to the activity on multiplication and division of integers.
Objective
By the
instruction
end-
activity. Here is the activity. In the lesson you have learned multiplication and division. Whatever you want to practice, choose that thing and put a figure in column A. Then in column B, clicking on show, answer will be shown on the grid. With the different figures you can practice multiplication as well as division. So this is an activity. Then there will be an exercise. This type of exercise will be there after each and every lesson. 20 questions are there. This is the first question. These are the options. You will choose the right option and click next. If your answer is right, question number will turn into green. If the answer is wrong, it will turn into red. Suppose you made a mistake or don't know the answer of a question, you may click here, view solution. Clicking here, step by step solutions will be there. This way, in this exercise, solution of each and every question will be with the question itself. With completion of this, lesson will be over. Then you may go for next lesson. Similar way, all the math chapters are here. Here is the explanation of the chapters in terms of lesson, summary, example, experiment and exercise. Apart from this, for the math, there is another folder that is math solutions. Clicking here, same chapters will be there. We was going through this chapter. Behind this chapter in your book, these are the exercises. These are the textbook exercises. You may choose any of the exercise. Clicking here, this is the first question.
In this question, we have to write down a pair of integers whose sum is -7, whose difference is -10 and whose sum is 0. Let us begin the solution of this problem.
It will be solved here as teacher is teaching on the board. Step by step, handwritten writing of the teacher with the explanation. Anytime you may pause, play, move forward from here,
Let us subtract
move backward from here. This is exercise number 1.2, problem number 1, ABC. Clicking here next, problem number 2. Clicking next, problem number 3. Otherwise, you may click here, all the problems of that exercise will be there. Whatever you want to see, click that, it will start teaching as teacher is teaching on the board. If you want to go to any other exercise, click the exercise, all the problems will be there. Any other chapter, click the chapter, all the exercises will be there. This way, each and every sum of each and every exercise of the entire math book is solved as teacher is teaching on the board. No class teacher, no tuition teacher will be able to teach each and every sum. So for the math, two folders are there. One is explanation of the chapter, another is math solution. Textbook questions are solved step by step. Now we will go for science. Here is science, 18 chapters are there. Clicking here, these are the name of the chapters. Whatever chapter you want to see, for example, okay, we'll see nutrition in animals. Clicking here, in this chapter 3 lessons are there. Again, lesson, summary and experiment, exercise. First we'll see the lesson.
Oh, I had snacks at the fast food center outside school with some friends, and after some time my stomach started aching. It must not have digested properly. Take this pill. It will help you.
Welcome to this lesson on digestion in humans. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to list the different parts of the human digestive system and describe the process of digestion in humans. Hi folks, I'm Peekaboo. Are you familiar with the different parts of your digestive system? My guess is no. Would you like to see them? All right then. Let me take you through a journey inside your body and show you what happens to the food you eat. Let's begin. This is the mouth, one of the main parts of the digestive system. The other parts are esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and large intestine, forming the alimentary canal known as the digestive tract. Organ-secreting juices also help in breaking down the complex food into a simpler form. These are the salivary glands, the gastric glands on the wall of the stomach, the liver, the pancreas, and the intestinal glands. The digestive tract, along with these associated glands, together forms the digestive system. Let me take you through each part of the digestive system.
Same way, this is science lesson. You have to click here for going to the next slide. From here, previous slide, and here is the content of the lesson. Clicking here, next slide will start.
The mouth.
Lesson. In between the lesson, कौन बनेगा करोड़पति style questions.
Congratulations.
Now this lesson is over. Once the lesson is completed, there will be summary, main theme of that particular lesson in the written format. Now in case of science, examples are not there but experiment. In case of science, whatever lesson of the science is having the experiment, you will be able to do all your experiments on the computer itself. This particular lesson is having an activity.
At the end of this activity, you will be able to identify various organs of the human digestive system.
This is the objective.
Please click on the Instructions tab to go through the instructions for the activity.
Here is objective, instructions, and here is the activity.
Drag and drop the option into the appropriate box.
So here is the organ. You have to drag the organ and put at the right option.
Good. You are correct. Please label the next organ.
Here is the details of that organ. Then next organ will come. You will drag that and put at the right option.
Very good. You are correct.
This way, this is an activity. Whatever lesson of the science is having the experiment, even the science experiments which you supposed to do in the science lab, you will be able to do on your computer itself. Then will be an exercise with 20 questions as it was in case of math. This is the question, 4 options are there. If your answer is right, question number will turn into green. If the answer is wrong, it will turn into red. If you will made a mistake, you can click here, you can see the solution. Again, with completion of this exercise, lesson will be over. Similar way, all your science chapters are here. Here is the explanation of the chapter. For the science also, there is another folder, that is science solutions. Clicking here, these are the chapters. We was going through the chapter. Behind this chapter in your book, there is an exercise. This is the first question with the solution. This is question number 2, question number 3, 4. This way, all your question answers, filling the blanks, true and false, calculation, diagram, numericals, everything of the entire science book is solved in the solutions. For the science also, science syllabus and science solutions. So we had seen the math syllabus, math solutions, science syllabus, science solutions. Now for the math and science, there is another feature, that is tests. Clicking here, tests will be there only for the math and science. This is 7th standard math and here is 7th standard science. Clicking on this plus mark, lesson test, clicking here, these are the chapters. First chapter, integers, these many tests are there. Fraction and decimals, these many tests are there. Data handling, these many tests are there. Now these tests are based on lesson as well as chapter. Lesson is a smaller portion of the chapter. For each and every lesson, 2 tests will be there. For each and every chapter, 2 tests will be there. For going through this test, just click here. It says 30 minutes time, 20 marks, 10 questions. Clicking here, test will start. This is the first question. These are the options. Choose the right option and go for next. This is the question. If you want to make any calculation, you can make in your rough notebook, but answer here. Pick the answer here and go for next. Here you can't see whether you are right or wrong. First you have to complete the test and you have to complete within a given time. This timer is there. If you will not complete within that time, the moment time will finish, system will close the paper and will show the result whatever you have done by the time. If you will complete within, click done. Yes, and you will get the results. Here you can see date of the test, time of the test, total marks, scored marks, percentage, total questions, answered correctly, answered wrongly, not answered. Now you can review the answers. If you will make any mistake, that particular question number will go to turn into red. You can go to that question and click here, view solutions. Step by step solution will be there. Question number 4, 5, 6. So solution of all the questions you can access after completion of the test, and after that if you want you may go for retake test. Any test, any number of times. For each and every lesson 2 tests, for each and every chapter 2 tests will be there. Same way test will be there for the science also. So we had seen math syllabus, math solution, science syllabus, science solution, and test for math and science. Now we will go through history. These are the history chapters. We will go through this chapter, the Mughal Empire. Clicking here, 5 lessons are there. First lesson is the Mughals.
The foundation of the Mughal Empire in India was laid in the early 1500s, when Babur gained control over parts of Sindh. In 1525, Babur ruled over a small kingdom in Turkestan that expanded up to Kabul in Afghanistan. By 1525, Delhi was under the rule of Ibrahim Lodi. He was a weak ruler and his people were rebelling against him. His Afghan nobles invited Babur to invade India. Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi in the first battle of Panipat in 1526.
This way, this is history with the dates and all. It will be like a documentary movie. Again, anytime you may pause, play, move forward, move backward. In case of history, there will be lesson, summary and exercise. Examples, experiments can't be there. This is the chapter, these are the lessons, these are the history chapters. Same way will be geography as well as the civics. This is geography, these are the chapters. Then will be civics. These are the chapters. Then will be English grammar, starting with sentences, types of sentences, nouns, everything of English grammar is there up to punctuation as well as vocabulary. Whatever chapter you want to see, click on the chapter. Now here is the chapter nouns. These are the lessons. First lesson is kinds of nouns.
Hello. Welcome to this session on nouns and its kinds. Hello. Welcome to this session on nouns and its kinds. Let's quickly have a recap of nouns and its kinds. A noun is a word which denotes the name of a person, place, animal, or a thing. It is also called as a naming word. For example, Radhika, Delhi, horse, knife are all nouns. There are 5 kinds of nouns. They are proper nouns, common nouns, collective nouns, material nouns, abstract nouns. Now let's learn in detail about the different kinds of nouns. Proper nouns. A proper noun is the special or particular name of a person or a place. It always begins with a capital letter. For example, Janice, Godavari, Mangalore, Japan, etc.
This way we will explain types of nouns with the example. When this lesson will finish, there will
Let
be
us
an
now do an activity.
activity. Whatever you will learn with the lesson, you can practice. Clicking here. Here is the activity of this lesson. Clicking here. It says click on the appropriate option to identify the kinds of noun. Someone is the tallest boy in the class. This is common noun.
Yes, that's right.
Click here for the next question. If you will make a mistake,
Try again.
if you will make it right,
Yes, that's right.
this way, this is an activity. Another activity will be there. After each and every lesson, there will be activities so that whatever you will learn with the lesson, you can practice. Then will be next lesson, activity, next lesson, activity, next lesson. 3 activities are there. At the end, all the lesson will be revised in recap. This way, starting with sentences up to vocabulary, everything of English grammar is there. Then will be English writing skills. It is as per syllabus. Comprehension and diary entry. Writing skill short consists of message writing, notice writing, email writing. Writing skill long consists of biographical sketch, informal letters, formal letters, speech and debate writing, article writing. In case of writing skills also, after each and every lesson there will be an activity to practice. Whatever you will learn with the lesson, you can practice. Now we had seen math syllabus, math solutions, science syllabus, science solutions, history, geography, civics, English grammar and English writing skills. These are the subjects in this software. Apart from this software is having some unique features. First feature is that when any of the lesson is going on, for example, this is heat.
What a hot day!
If you want to note down anything, you may click here, notes. The moment you will click notes, lesson will stop and notepad will open. You may write your own notes, whatever you want to write from the keyboard. After writing, save and minimize. Once you will save the notes, your notes are here. Whenever you will go for this particular lesson, your notes will be there. By double clicking, you can access the note. If you want to add or delete anything further, you may do that. Notes will be saved with each and every lesson in a later date. If you want to see the notes, you need not to go to the lesson, simply click here notes. All the notes will be saved here. Then you may choose the subject. For example, if you want to see the notes of 7th standard science, just choose 7th standard science. Only 7th standard science note will be on your screen with the name of the chapter as well as the date. This is the note which we have prepared just now. By double clicking you can access the notes. Again, if you want to add or delete anything further, you may do that. While going through the notes, if you want to recall anything from the lesson, clicking here, lesson will start from that particular point where you have prepared the notes.
What a hot day!
This way, while going through the lesson, you can access the notes. While going through the notes, you can access the lesson. Another feature is the test we have already seen. Another feature is calendar. In this calendar, you may schedule any lesson or any test. You may prepare your own study plan. If you want to schedule test, click test. Want to schedule lesson, click lesson. Then choose the subject. For example, this is 7th standard maths. These are the chapters. Click the chapter. In this chapter, these are the lessons. Just drag a lesson and drop at any date. We have scheduled this lesson for 10th of May. Similar way, you may schedule the any number of lessons and tests on a particular date. If you will study on that particular date, it will turn black like this. It means it is completed. If you will not study on that day, that next day it will turn into red, show as an overdue event. Any particular moment when you will log in the software, it will remind what you are supposed to study today and if anything overdue. Directly you may start that lesson or test. So these are the features of this software we are having for the 7th standard math, science, history, geography, civics, English grammar, English writing skills with math solution, science solution and all these features. Thank you very much.